It's Monday, 26 August. My name's Juan Brown. You're watching the Blancolirio channel, and aviation incidents are happening faster than I can possibly keep up with. Late last night, Sunday night, a C-130A model owned by International Air Response had a problem with its utility hydraulic system and diverted into Santa Barbara Airport. And on landing, it appears as though the right main landing gear retracted or collapsed, and the left main landing gear and nose gear remain extended. The aircraft skidded off or slid off the runway into the infield. I talked to the airport manager or person in charge there, Deanna Zackerson, down there at Santa Barbara. She said the aircraft is still in the infield as of today. They were hoping to get that aircraft moved by noon today and reopen the airport. With the C-130 sitting there in the infield, they've been unable to reopen the airport as it's just simply too close to the main runway. They have a full fire response team there at Santa Barbara Airport. They responded to the crash landing last night. There was a small fire. They got that out right away with foam. It does not appear that they pre-foamed the runway for this incident, but that they responded after the landing. 7 crew members on board. Everybody got out fine. International Air Response is an interesting company out of Mesa, Arizona that operates a small fleet of civilian C-130s. Their primary mission or business is renting or leasing these C-130s for movie work. If you've seen any late model or late movies or television commercials featuring people flying out of the back of a C-130 or cars flying out of the back of the C-130, that's probably International Air Response and one of their civilian C-130s. The other mission they do is oil dispersion, and that's what this aircraft appears to have been set up for. This particular aircraft, by the way, was flying from Hilo, Hawaii, back home to Arizona. They stop in Santa Maria Airport typically for fuel. Last night, as they were leaving Santa Maria Airport, they had this problem with the hydraulic system and diverted into Santa Barbara Airport. Here's what the aircraft looked like last night, covered in foam. Here she is this morning in the infield, located near the runway, about straight across from the terminal building. Here's what the modular aerial dispersion system looks like sliding into the back of the C-130. This allows the C-130 to maintain its original cargo configuration so they can do any number of other missions. The C-130 is an aircraft very near and dear to my heart, as it is to anybody that's flown these aircraft before. A very long and storied history, a very rugged, simple, combat-ready cargo aircraft. Years of production. I flew them for about 5 years at the Nevada Air National Guard out of Reno, Nevada, the H models, E's and H's. Remember, I'll use C-130 gearheads, and I'm sure there's lots of you out here in this particular audience. The C-130 has 3 hydraulic systems like most aircraft, but it's a little different in this Lockheed design. You got the utility hydraulic system, the booster hydraulic system, and the auxiliary hydraulic system. The utility hydraulic system is the heavy hitters that operates the landing gear, also operates half of the flight controls. That also operates the nose wheel steering, normal brakes, and flaps. And the utility hydraulic system operates off of engines 1 and 2, the 2 engines on the left side of the aircraft. The booster hydraulic system simply boosts the flight controls, or it's the other half of the flight control hydraulic system, and operates off of engines 3 and 4, the 2 engines on the right side of the aircraft. The auxiliary hydraulic system is just a simple AC pump that primarily drives the cargo ramp and door to open and close, and also can provide emergency extension of the nose wheel gear. So the flight controls have hydraulic boost provided by all 4 of the engines. The flight controls also have a manual reversion, so you can manually fly the C-130, though it's a heck of a truck in that sort of configuration. And the main landing gear, the backup for the main landing gear, is simply gravity fall, or a free fall system. So if you have a problem with the utility hydraulic system in the C-130 and you need to lower the landing gear, you can pull a T-handle, and each individual or each side of the landing gear, either left or right, will free fall and drop into position. If it does not free fall or drop into position, there's a Model T crank where you gotta physically crank the landing gear down. Once you do one of these manual extensions on the C-130 main landing gear, there is a main landing gear locking kit supplied in a briefcase with the C-130 to lock the gear down into a down and locked position. And if I recall correctly, I think it had a collar, and it also had some preset chains and tie-down straps to help strap the two landing gear together to keep them down in the locked position. Here's what the manual gear extension system looked like in the C-130. In the military, a lot of this work was done by the enlisted guys in the back. Usually the flight engineer, in conjunction with the loadmasters, would work this system out and get this gear down for us. So it'll be interesting to see from this incident if the crew of this particular C-130 was able to get any of that accomplished, or was there some other issues that required them to get on the ground sooner. So these are some of the issues the NTSB is going to have to look at. Hopefully they got some folks on board with some C-130 experience. So stay tuned. I got another busy week of programming for you here on the Blancolirio channel. I got an important update on the smoke and fume in the cabin situation with the Hawaiian Airlines flight number 47 from last Friday. We also got at least 2 737 MAX updates. Thank you again for your support of this station through your subscriptions. Be sure and check your little bell notifications if you want to get regular notifications of the updates that come through this channel. And also thanks for your support outside of YouTube with Patreon and PayPal, as often YouTube frequently demonetizes the content of this channel because of the nature of the content of this channel. See you here.